Did you know Iceland is the only place in the world where you can walk between two continents? Or that Iceland has more active volcanoes than professional soccer players? Welcome to Iceland. This North Atlantic island nation is known for its breathtaking natural beauty. The land of ice and fire, where volcanoes and glaciers live side by side. A country with long nights in winter and midnight sun in summer. Let's explore the wonders of Iceland in just a few minutes. Iceland is an island nation located in the North Atlantic, between Europe and North America. Surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean to the west and the Norwegian Sea to the east. With a total area of about 103,000 square kilometers, Iceland is the 18th largest country in Europe. Although known as the Land of Ice, most of its terrain consists of plateaus with active volcanoes. Iceland is divided into 8 regions, with Reykjavik as the capital and largest city. Other important cities include Akureyri, Keflavik, and Hafnarfjord. The currency used is the Icelandic krona. Despite its cold climate, Iceland has abundant geothermal resources, making it one of the largest renewable energy producers in the world. The population of Iceland is around 366,000. Although small in number, Icelanders are known to be very friendly and highly educated. The official language is Icelandic, but many inhabitants are also fluent in English and other Scandinavian languages. Icelandic culture is rich with literature, music, and arts. Icelandic sagas are heroic tales from the Viking Age that remain popular today. Music and art festivals are held throughout the year, with the Northern Lights Festival as one of the most famous. Iceland has a unique biodiversity. With its subarctic climate, many species can only be found here. These include the puffin, Icelandic horse, and Icelandic sheepdog. Although lacking extensive forests, Iceland has various beautiful wild mosses, plants, and flowers. Iceland is known for its natural wonders, from waterfalls, volcanoes, to natural phenomena like the Northern Lights. The Blue Lagoon is a must-visit destination, with its naturally heated water from geothermal springs. In terms of cuisine, Iceland offers various traditional foods like skyr, handjíkjit, and brennivin. Don't forget to try the famous Icelandic hot dogs with remoulade sauce and crispy fried onions. What makes Iceland so special? Natural wonders like the Northern Lights, soothing hot springs, and awe-inspiring active volcanoes. Visit the Blue Lagoon, Lingvellir National Park, or explore the Golden Circle for an unforgettable experience. And don't miss the Jólabókaflokk tradition, where Icelanders give books as Christmas gifts and spend Christmas Eve reading. I've got some totally outrageous facts about Iceland to share with you all today. This magical island nation is truly one of a kind. Get ready to have your mind blown. First up, over 60% of Iceland's population chill in the capital city, Reykjavik. It's pretty small, but packs a big punch. This hip, colorful city has awesome restaurants, cafes, museums, and is super walkable so you can explore every nook and cranny. Get this, Iceland is one of the youngest land masses on planet Earth. It was one of the last spots to be settled by humans, which is hard to wrap your head around. Vikings accidentally came across it over 1,100 years ago while trying to navigate the seas. Imagine just stumbling upon an epic volcanic island. Now don't freak out, but many Icelanders legitimately believe elves and trolls are real mystical creatures that exist. These beliefs stem from ancient Viking lore and folktales. The stories you'll hear from locals about encounters with these creatures will blow your mind. One amazing experience you cannot miss is taking a dip in Iceland's natural hot springs. Icelanders have been soaking in these naturally heated pools since the days of the early Viking settlers. They're essentially like jacuzzis scattered around the country. And get this, Iceland is hands down one of the most eco-friendly countries on the planet. They generate almost all of their electricity from renewable hydro and geothermal sources. Now that's true commitment to sustainability. Reading and writing are deeply ingrained in Icelandic culture, dating all the way back to the 1200s. In fact, 1 in 10 Icelanders end up publishing their own book over their lifetime, whether it be fiction, poetry, or nonfiction. Now that's an impressive literary tradition. You probably assume soccer is the big sport in Iceland, but their true national pastime is actually team handball. It's played with 7 players on each team trying to throw a ball into the opposing team's goal. Talk about a unique sporting obsession. Nearly half of Icelanders believe elves and mythical creatures live among the lava fields and rocky terrain. Some even claim construction projects have been halted to avoid disturbing elf habitats. Like I said, this place is truly magical. Icelanders are absolutely obsessed with ice cream. Doesn't matter if there's a blizzard outside, they'll still be first in line for a cone. So be bold and go for it, even if you're feeling chilly. Here's a fun one. Who says Santa comes only once a year? In Iceland, 13 zany Yule lads visit to spread holiday chaos. Each has their own quirky personality, so get ready for lots of festive surprises. Reading is huge in Iceland, and on Christmas Eve books are the main event. They have a tradition called Jólabókaflokk where books are gifted and everyone spends the evening cozied up reading. With the highest publishing rates in the world, Iceland truly is a book lover's paradise. Iceland is hands down one of the safest countries in the world. Crime is super rare and there's no standing army or armed police. You can wander absolutely anywhere, even late at night, with such a sense of peace. Not gonna lie, I've never slept better than tucked into an Icelandic guest house knowing I'm totally safe. If you get thirsty in Iceland, just say 2 dropar. Tack that means 10 drops please, and they'll top up your drink. No questions asked, so go ahead, keep the refills coming. Here's a wild one. Even when it's below freezing, Icelanders still soak in their naturally heated geothermal hot tubs. We're talking chilly mountain air, but you're steeping in a glorious hot bath. The ultimate relaxation. See a familiar face at the grocery store? Don't freak, it's probably just Björk or another Icelandic celeb going about their day. No paparazzi or security in sight. Locals just treat them like regular people running errands. How refreshing is that? Summers here means near 24 hours of daylight with the midnight sun. Then winters are the total opposite with prolonged darkness. Either way, we're talking round-the-clock adventure no matter the season. Adjust your sleep schedule accordingly. Soaking in the Blue Lagoon's bright teal geothermal water surrounded by dramatic black lava rock should be on every traveler's bucket list. Is there anything more magical than that combo of steaming water and rugged landscape? I think not. Home to over 30 active volcanoes, Iceland really lives up its land of fire and ice reputation. While eruptions happen every few years, the locals take it all in stride. But how cool would it be to see some volcanic action? Just remember to pack a gas mask. Oh, and get this, no generic fast food allowed. You'll have to sample all sorts of delicious, authentic Icelandic cuisine instead. Trust me, you won't even miss the Big Mac. Start craving some hearty fish stew and rye bread instead. Nearly 100% of Iceland's energy comes from renewable hydro and geothermal sources. Even your hotel's electricity comes straight from nature. Now that's sustainability. Can you believe Iceland is virtually bug-free? No pesky mosquitoes or creepy crawlers here to bother you. The cool climate means you can sleep with your windows wide open and not worrying about a thing. To live without bug spray and citronella candles. Now, Iceland is known for its volcanic landscapes, which means forests are limited. But efforts are underway for reforestation to expand the tree coverage over time. For now, get your camera ready to capture the stark and beautiful vistas of volcanic craters, fields of moss, and rocky mountain ranges that look straight from another planet. The diversity of landscapes here is just unreal. When it comes to music, Iceland seriously brings the heat. From Björk's iconic voice that hits you right in the soul to Sigur Rós sweeping post-rock melodies you can get lost in for hours. Let the ambient, ethereal sounds of Icelandic musicians accompany you on the open roads for the ultimate immersive experience. Feeling bold, you can really get a taste of traditional Icelandic cuisine by sampling some acquired tastes during the Warblot Midwinter Festival. We're talking fermented shark meat, boiled sheep heads, and ram testicles. An Anthony Bourdain-style adventure for sure. But it'll transform you into an honorary Viking in no time. How cute is this? There is actually an elf school in the capital Reykjavik run by experts called elf communicators who teach about Iceland's mythical hidden folk. Learn all about their habitats in rocks and lava fields, special powers and personalities, and maybe you'll even spot one yourself out on the fringe. The geothermal pools dotted around the country are the place to be to soak and chat with locals about life in Iceland over a nice warm soak. Take a dip and make some new friends. Icelanders are so famously friendly and open to meeting new people. You'll learn so much about life there. When the long winter hits, there's a festival called Sun is Night to celebrate the sun's long-awaited return. Kids dress up in costumes, go door-to-door singing for candy, and enjoying outdoor plays. It really gets the community together during the cold, dark months. So festive. No trip to Iceland is complete without visiting the hot springs and saunas. It's the perfect way to unwind and rejuvenate your spirit like a local after long days of outdoor adventures. Trust me, you'll feel zen and ready to get back out there after a good soak. Here's a quirky one. Icelanders actually have name days for each name on the calendar that they celebrate just like birthdays. Ask a local when your Icelandic name day is and they'll know right away. A cool excuse to throw another party if you ask me. If you visit someone's home, always remember to remove your shoes at the entrance. It's an old traditional custom and a sign of respect in Iceland. Just bring some cozy socks or slippers to wear indoors. On New Year's Eve, join in the big bonfires and sing-alongs to ring in the next year with warmth, joy, and community. I can just envision standing in the glow of the fire and feeling so connected to the people around you as you reflect on the past year must be magical. And despite not being very religious as a whole, most Icelanders still attend a Christmas Eve church service out of tradition. Just imagine sitting in those ancient stone churches lit by candles and hearing a holiday choir in that space. Goosebumps.